The episode was called The New Big House. It begins on an ordinary morning. Peppa and George are playing in their room. George is pushing his green dinosaur across the floor and making quiet roaring sounds, while Peppa is drawing a little house on a piece of paper. Mummy is in the kitchen making breakfast, and the whole house smells like toast. Suddenly, the front door opens and Daddy Pig walks inside. He looks very happy and a little excited. "I have big news," Daddy Pig says cheerfully. Peppa and George run over to him right away. "What news, Daddy?" Peppa asks. Daddy Pig smiles even wider and says, "I bought us a new house." Peppa and George look at each other in surprise. "A new house?" Peppa asks. "Yes, and it's very big," Daddy says proudly. "It has 3 whole floors." Mummy smiles and says that sounds like a wonderful adventure. Daddy explains that the new house is on a green hill and that you can see the whole town from the windows. Peppa and George start jumping with excitement. They can't wait to see it. After a little while, the whole family gets into the car and drives to the new house. When they arrive, Peppa's eyes grow wide. The house really is big. It is taller than their old house, with many windows and a bright red roof. "Wow," says Peppa. "Big house," George says happily. Daddy Pig opens the door and announces, "Welcome to our new home." First, they explore the first floor. There is a large living room with a big sofa, a kitchen, and a dining room. Mummy says it will be a perfect place for family dinners. Peppa already imagines playing games there on rainy days. Then they go upstairs to the second floor. This is where the bedrooms are. "This is your new room, Peppa," says Mummy. The room is bright, with a big window and plenty of space for toys. "Where is my room?" George asks. Daddy shows him the next room. George immediately places his dinosaur on the bed and giggles happily. But Daddy Pig says, "Wait, there's more." They climb the stairs to the 3rd floor. At the top is a huge playroom. There is a soft carpet on the floor and shelves for toys along the wall. "Here you can play as much as you like," Daddy says. Peppa and George run around the room, build a tall tower with blocks, and play dinosaurs together. Peppa suddenly says, "We should show our new house to our friends." Mummy agrees and suggests having a housewarming party. Soon their friends start arriving. Susie Sheep comes, Rebecca Rabbit comes, Pedro Pony comes, Danny Dog comes, and many others. Everyone is amazed by how big Peppa's new house is. Peppa and George happily show them every floor. They show the living room, their bedrooms, and the big playroom on the 3rd floor. The friends start playing together, building an enormous tower of blocks and inventing new games. Daddy prepares snacks while Mummy puts juice, cookies, and fruit on the table. The house becomes noisy, cheerful, and full of laughter. Peppa smiles and says, "I really like our new house." Mummy replies warmly, "The most important thing is that we are all together here." At the end of the episode, everyone goes outside and stands in front of the big 3-story house. From the hill, they can see the green fields all around them. "Our new house is very big," Peppa says. "And very fun," George adds. Everyone laughs, and then Peppa, George, and all their friends jump into big muddy puddles